Hi friends, it's me, Jennifer, with the Lamb Library, and welcome to Storytime. Now let's start by waving and singing hello to everyone. So are you ready? We'll sing our hello song. We wave and sing hello, we wave and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and sing hello. Hello, my friends, hello. Hello, my friends, hello. With my friends at Storytime. Hello, my friends. Hello. All right, and today is Cinco de Mayo. Do you know what that means? Well, Cinco is the Spanish word for the number 5, and Mayo is the Spanish word for the month of May. So Cinco de Mayo means May 5th. And something special happened on this day a long time ago. A lot of people think that it had to do with celebrating Mexican independence, but that actually happened much earlier. But on the 5th of May in the late 1800s, the French invaded Mexico. And they first got to the village of Puebla, Mexico, which is very similar to the name of our town of Pueblo, but it's Puebla with an A. And the French army was much bigger, and they expected to win easily, but the Mexican army and people of Puebla put up a great fight and defeated the French in that battle. So that is what they celebrate on Cinco de Mayo. Now, some of the things that people might do to celebrate in Mexico, they generally focus on the battle. Sometimes they might have recreations of the battle. But in the United States, a lot of Mexican Americans and other people like to celebrate their Mexican heritage with different traditions. So we're going to let that influence our story time today. We're going to read some stories that have to do with Spanish culture or Mexican culture and by Mexican or Mexican American authors and illustrators. All right, so are you ready for our first story? So if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you're ready for your story, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. If you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, shout hooray, hooray. If you're ready for a story, say shh. If you're ready for a story, say shh. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, say shh. All right, are all my friends sitting crisscross applesauce or maybe in your grown-up's lap? Do we have our ears ready to listen? Our eyes up front so we can see the story? All right, so our first book is What Can You Do with a Paleta? And this was written by Carmen Tafoya and illustrated by Magali Morales, and it was published by Tricycle Press. We have them to thank for letting me share this with you today. Now, a paleta is kind of like what we would call a popsicle or an ice pop, but Mexican paletas are extra special. They are usually made with fresh ingredients, and they come in a huge variety of flavors, lots of unique combinations that you might not have thought of. And so if you're celebrating, one thing you might do is have some paletas. So let's learn a little more about what you can do with a paleta. And here we see 2 kids and their little dogs. So, where the big velvet roses bloom, red and pink and fuchsia, where the accordion plays sassy and sweet, where the smell of crispy tacos or buttery tortillas or juicy fruta floats out of every window. Lots of yummy smells. And where the paleta wagon rings its tinkly bell, ding, 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 and carries a treasure of icy paletas in every color of the serape. That's my barrio. So you can dance to the accordion. You can smell the tacos. Do you like tacos? I love tacos. But what can you do with a paleta? What would you do with a paleta? You can paint your tongue purple and green and scare your little brother. Or maybe learn to make tough decisions. Let's see. Should I have strawberry or coconut? Which would you choose? I think I would choose strawberry. What would your favorite flavor be? You can tell me down below. Let's see. You can make new friends. So while everyone is at the wagon getting their paletas, you might meet new people. You can give yourself a big blue mustache if you have a blue paleta. Doesn't that look silly? Or create a masterpiece. Look at that. They're using their paletas to paint with. And that's something you might could do at home, but instead of wasting a perfectly good ice pop, I would use food coloring and water and put it in an ice tray and put toothpicks or popsicle sticks in it and let them freeze, and then you can use those to paint a picture. You can use one to cool off. A paleta would be very nice on a hot day, wouldn't it? You just like her mama. Tio, that means uncle, once won a basketball game by offering one to the batter right when the ball was being pitched. Oh, that's not very fair, is it? He distracted the batter with the paleta and made him strike out. You can help the senora at the fruit stand make it through a long, hot day. Oh, she's sharing. Isn't that nice? And I wonder if some of the fruits that she sells go into making some of the paletas. But I think the very best thing to do with a paleta is to lick it and slurp it, and sip it and munch it and gobble it all down. But don't eat it too fast or you'll get a brain freeze. Where the big velvet roses bloom, red and pink and fuchsia, and where the accordion plays sassy and sweet, where the smell of crispy tacos or buttery tortillas or juicy fruta floats out of every window, and where the paleta wagon rings its tinkly bell, tingle, 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 and carries a treasure of icy paletas in every color of the serape. That's my barrio. That's her neighborhood. So don't they sound good? You know what? You can even make paletas at home. And if you would like to do that with your family, we have this great cookbook with all kinds of recipes for paletas that you can make at home. And some of these, a few of these are for adults only, but most of them are family friendly and you can experiment with lots of different flavors. So if you would like to try and see what kind of paletas you can make and what you can do with them at home, come by the Lamb Library and you can check this book out or put it on hold if someone has gotten to it before you do. Now, if you remember in our story, one of the things you could do with a paleta is make new friends. We are going to sing a counting song about making new friends and count all of our new friends. And we're going to do this in Spanish. So first we'll practice our numbers in Spanish. We already learned that cinco means 5. We will start at 1. So 1 is uno in Spanish. 2 is dos. 3 is tres. 4 is cuatro. 5 is cinco. 6 is seis. 7 is siete. 8 is ocho. 9 is nueve. And 10 is diez. So uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. And so we're going to sing and count friends. And you might already know the Spanish word for friend, but it is amigo or amiga, depending on if your friend is a boy or girl. And to say I have is tango. So are you ready? Let's get our counting fingers all loosened up. So here we go. Uno, dos, tres amigos, cuatro, cinco, seis amigos, siete, ocho, nueve amigos, tengo 10 amigos. All right, let's do that one more time together. Are you ready? Uno, dos, tres amigos, cuatro, cinco, seis amigos, siete, ocho, nueve amigos, tengo 10 amigos. All right, very good. Now we're going to read another fun story with lots of action. And this is Lucia, the luchadora. And so if you don't recognize the word luchadora or the mask she's wearing, this is based on a type of wrestling that is popular in Mexico, the lucha libre, where the wrestlers wear a mask and it is all very dramatic. So Lucia, the luchadora, and this is written by Cynthia Leonor Garza and illustrated by Alyssa Bermudez. And it is published by Kids Pal Books. And here we see little Lucia. And let's see what she likes to do. She likes to pretend to be a luchadora. I zip through the playground in my red cape. I go pow, kick. I go bam. The boys zoom by with their own capes fluttering behind them. They go boom and crash. The boys try to jump off the monkey bars, but no one can do a high-flying leap from the top like I can. Every single time. I dash up the dark swirly slide that no one dares go near. But the boys pay no attention to me. She's very brave. They dart off when I try to play with them. Mighty Mick yells out to me, "Girls can't be superheroes." Well, we know that's not true, don't we? And Ninja Nick, his twin brother, adds, "Girls are just made of sugar and spice and everything nice." Lucia doesn't feel very nice and sweet at that moment. She feels mad, a spicy mad, a kapow kind of mad. That was not nice of the boys to say that girls couldn't be superheroes and play like they do. And girls are not always made of sugar and spice and everything nice. That's silly. Abuela watches me from a nearby bench. When I flop down next to her, Abuela leans over and whispers a secret. I wonder what she said. What do you think? We hatch a plan. Oh, what could their plan be? That night, Abuela gives me an old box. There's a shiny silvery satin cape inside, and a very special silver mask. Ooh, now she has a real luchadora costume. Abuela tells me that when she was a little girl, she was a special kind of superhero, a luchadora. I don't know what a luchadora is. Abuela tells me a luchadora is more than a masked wrestler with swift moves, more than just a superhero with a slick style. A luchadora is agile. She moves and thinks quickly. A luchadora has moxie. She is brave and full of heart and isn't afraid to fight for what is right. Most importantly, a luchadora never reveals her true identity. Abuela tells me the greatest luchador of all time, El Santo, wore a silver mask too and never, ever took it off. I slip the silver mask over my head, and when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel a bolt of energy run through me. With that mask, you can become anything you dream of being, her abuela says. On the playground the next day, the boys zoom by with their capes. They go wham! They go whomp. I charge through the crowd with my new silver and white cape, a blinding flash behind me. I catch everyone's eyes. Everyone is noticing her silvery cape and mask. Everyone wants to know who is wearing the silver mask. I'm a luchadora now with a secret identity. With my silver mask, I can become anything I dream of being. So let's see what she does. I stand on the top of the monkey bars, ready to do my high flying leap. I dive, I spin, I nail my landing like always. This time, everyone notices. The crowd goes wild. The boys go boom. They try to crash into me, but I'm lightning fast. No one can catch me, and no one can wow like I can. I am the best kind of superhero. I am Lucia the Luchadora. Everybody is amazed at the things she can do. Before long, I see lots of other Lucha Libre masks on the playground. And one day, I spot a crusader in a pink mask with red glittery hearts. A girl, another luchadora. I can't wait to play with the new pink crusader. And there she is. But before I can run over to her, I hear something familiar. Girls can't be superheroes. Girls are just made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Well, you can be nice, but you can also be tough and athletic and adventurous too. Girls can do whatever they want. I feel spicy again, spicy mad, kapow kind of mad. Just then, the dark swirly slide goes clang. Everyone stops and stares. Bang, jingle, scratch, scratch, scratch. Oh, look, the little doggy is at the top of the slide and he's afraid to come down. Everyone shrinks, but I move closer. I hear a yip and a yelp and a peep that sounds like help. I feel the tick-tock in my chest. Oh, her heart's beating faster. But I don't flinch. I dash through the crowd and up the ladder. Moments later, I swoop down the slide with little Coco in my lap. Bravo! Everyone cheers. My heart swells with pride. But then I spot the pink crusader in the crowd. Why does she look so sad? The boys weren't very nice, were they? I remember Abuela's words. A real luchadora must fight for what is right. My heart doesn't feel very full anymore. I know what I have to do. I pull off my mask. I thought luchadoras never took their mask off. But she knew it was important that everybody see who she was. Zap! Everyone is thunderstruck. My true identity is revealed. I am no longer a luchadora. Then something unexpected happens. Clap, 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 clap. Everyone is clapping for her. Then something spectacular happens. Luchadoras everywhere, hidden in plain sight. So there were lots of other girls who wanted to be superheroes. Little Coco jumps off my lap and races through the crowd. I bolt after him in a flash, and all the boys and girls start to chase me. But I'm lightning fast, and no one can catch me, and no one is as dazzling or daring as I am. I climb up the monkey bars, I dive, I spin, and when I strike the ground, a charge runs through the crowd. I am still the best kind of superhero. I am Lucia the Luchadora. Mask or no mask. The end. So she showed all the boys and girls that it didn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, you can be whatever you imagine. So they can play how they want to play. There's no such thing as boys' games or girls' games. They can all play and do what they want. Okay, so that was a fun story. Now, if you would like to learn a little more about Cinco de Mayo, we have several nonfiction books at the Pueblo Library about the holiday and other books about Mexican-American cultures. And we have lots of books by Latino authors because this is also Latino Books Month. So we have a special display if you'd like to come and pick out some more books that are by Latino authors and illustrators. And if you pick up this month's early literacy kit that is available here at the Lamb Library, you will get, among other things, a newsletter with lots of different activities, easy everyday things that you can do at home with your child that help develop literacy and language skills that involve talking, singing, reading, writing, and playing. And these are all just really easy things. There are some songs on the back and instructions for a couple of crafts. And one of the crafts goes with our story time today. It's one of the ways that someone might choose to celebrate Cinco de Mayo is with a piñata. And you might have used these at birthday parties or other celebrations. And in this month's early literacy kit, you will get supplies to make a paper bag piñata like this one. So you'll get the paper bag in 2 different colors of crepe paper streamers to attach to it, and a couple of packs of fruit snacks to put inside. And you could add some other prizes and treats as well if you'd like. So come by Lamb and pick those up while supplies last and check out some more books. And we will see you next week again, Wednesday at 10:30 for our live virtual story time. And next week will be the last one for a little while. We're going to take a 3-week break. And then when we come back with story time the second week of June, on June 9th, we are going to try an in-person outdoor story time. So that'll be extra special. So I hope I'll get to meet some of you in person then. But we will have one more virtual story time next Wednesday. All right. So can we wave goodbye to all our friends? Story time is over. Wave goodbye. Story time is over. Wave goodbye. Story time is done, and I hope that you had fun. Story time is over. Wave goodbye. We'll see you next week and read a good book.